It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. So UCLA's offense has the ball first today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Yeah, nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job on the D.
The throw. Got a man in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dumps it off in the flats. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will take the field for the first time. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Holden finds his man on the left. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year. Who's going to win the Big Ten West? That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best 2 teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, in the middle of the season, you can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
They'll go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Higgins. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Starts the drive, trying to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Dickey. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Caught near the sticks. It's Kane. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. Oh, better look out. Got the first down. Looking for more. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The hand to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Breaks into the open. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside the spot. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Going right to work up top. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the ground with the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. A 3rd down try for the offense. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man on the right. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Flips it out to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to sprint this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Mendoza. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
They'll run the sneak for it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And the Bruins are on the move. The give to the back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Finding an escape route. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Bruins are facing 3rd and inches. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Wants to throw on 1st down. Close to the marker, it's Mendoza. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And the Bruins are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now it's 2nd and goal. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have...
Touchdown, UCLA! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Extra point here will tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They think there's room to run to the right here. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right down the boulevard. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
The defensive line just is not physical enough against the run. Too many guys getting pushed around, too many guys not playing with great gap integrity, and the linebackers aren't able to fill. That's been a problem when trying to stop this running game.
Turning it on. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Fires on the move. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in the end.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now on the return. He gets a block. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds.
Holding. Receive team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. He might want another play. To the air, it's Higgins. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in the ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot.
He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a catch at the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. A designed run for the quarterback. He gets it all the way down where they'll have it first and goal.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play, it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. To the air, it's Higgins. Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in college football heaven, the Rose Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Dropping back, it's Higgins. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold on.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Second down, he'll throw it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
And a sack all the way back at the 5. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fair catch is called for. It will give them great field position. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, after putting up 5 sacks in their last game, this defense was hungry for more coming into this one, and they knew it was going to be maybe a little bit tougher going up against this offensive line. They've had some struggles in this game so far getting to the QB, but they finally got to him now.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, second and third and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
If you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy you've now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches in this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
To the air, it's Higgins. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Great place to start for this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Boise State took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags. That trip back to southwestern Idaho. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy.
Oh, he's got some space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. from the gun. They'll try to impose their will. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The no-frills unis, but big-time swag from their backers in getting the sack.
Yeah, and we are linebacker U. We find linebackers year after year.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Bruins will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and look for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. The give to the tailback. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Starts with a 2nd down play. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield, it's Higgins. Moving out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it does.
There he goes. Touchdown, Penn State. He got a step and just dusted the field. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
This quarterback is so unique, and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
I know a lot of people don't like to prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They want to throw it. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the Bruins have this offense rolling. Wants to throw again. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Took a shot as he threw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll take another shot here. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing and easy. For this offense. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it on the run. And he'll take it.
The days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Still looking on the move. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
And a really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Bruins moving quickly to the line.
Now, when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Wide open downfield. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They just keep firing. He's got him. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Wants to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on 2nd down.
Here we go.
He's got the back in the middle. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And the Bruins line it up with a 1st and goal. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They can't stop the clock, and the defense really can't do anything about this, David.
Nah, great spot to be in for the offense. They know just take a knee, no timeouts for the defense, take the clock down to 0.
And they've got to feel good too, David. Hard-fought game. It was a physical contest, but man, getting these W's, that is a sweet, sweet taste.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Higgins. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Well, I like the idea by the offensive play caller here. You're trying to get aggressive. You're trying to find a chunk play, but that time, QB and receiver can't hook up.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabs it inside the 10. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. After this, it'll be a wrap. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense option. He didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just got a one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.